Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
The candidates to fill the 8th District Congressional seat will be chosen February 9th. A Mineral Point man faces a preliminary hearing on first-degree murder charges, and new legislation could increase childhood cancer research funding. All of these stories are coming up.
Thunderstorms are on the way for southeast Missouri and could be on the severe side. Close to got roller coaster weather. All the details coming up in weather.
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins, and these are the top stories that we're working on for you at this hour. Democratic Party committee members will choose their candidate to run in a special election for Missouri's 8th Congressional District February 9th. On Sunday, the committee met in Poplar Bluff to interview the two candidates, Festus businessman Todd Mayen and 117th District State Representative Linda Black.
It's just an honor to know that there are people who believe you've done a good job and want you to go further and represent the party. But bigger than that, I want people to know that, to me, it's not about the party. It's about the people that I've represented, and that they've appreciated the job that I've done. Black says if she is selected on February 9th, she will run and hopes to win back Democrats who have left the party. And what I ask them to do is just consider the person and look at the voting record. And I think we do need people at the national level that are more independent-minded, that vote on the issue and vote the people's will and not the party's will. Both the Republican and Libertarian Party committees have announced they will select their respective candidates as well on February 9th. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at the weather. Dustin, it is spring-like, but I know it's changing.
Fred, we are seeing roller coaster weather here in southeast Missouri. Spring-like conditions today, spring-like conditions tomorrow, and then pure winter for the rest of the week. Looking at current conditions throughout the area, 63 in Festus, 63 in St. Genevieve, Fredericktown 62, as well as in Poplar Bluff, 63 in Piedmont, and Van Buren and Cape Girardeau right now at 61. 61 is where our temperatures are going to stay throughout the evening hours. Thunderstorms likely throughout the whole entire evening. Some of those storms could be on the severe side. We'll let you know about that coming up later in weather.
Gary Sanscrow faces a preliminary hearing March the 12th on charges of first-degree murder and armed criminal action. The 30-year-old Mineral Point man is accused of shooting Washington County Sheriff's Deputy Chris Parsons in an ambush back on December 15th. Now, during the hearing before Associate Circuit Judge Troy Hyde, the prosecution will detail the evidence gathered against Sanscrow. He's being held in the St. Genevieve County Jail without bond. 27th District State Senator Wayne Wallingford is proposing a way to increase funding for childhood cancer research. Wallingford has named his legislation Sahara's Law after a 12-year-old girl from Cape Girardeau who died from a malignant brain tumor.
As I looked into that, I found it was very surprising that not a lot of money is spent on childhood cancer research. The majority, like 99%, whether you look at the American Cancer Society or the Lymphoma Society or National Cancer Institute, only about 1% to 2% goes to childhood cancer research.
Wallingford says giving to children's cancer research would be as easy as checking off a box.
On your income tax return, you can check off that you want any amount from $1 on up to go to that. And if you're not getting a refund, you could even send a check into the tax commission and have that credited towards that as well.
Wallingford says when he studied the matter, he learned that cancer is much more aggressive in children than adults. A Poplar Bluff police officer is being credited with saving 2 people from an apartment fire. Authorities say Officer Jeff Hovis observed smoke in the area, and after locating the source, he attempted to wake the people living in the apartment by banging on their door. Hovis was able to rescue a mother and her son. Officials say the fire would have been fatal if Hovis hadn't been able to wake the people. The fire is currently under investigation, and the apartment building is a total loss. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, could new legislation help Wayne County finally get 911 service? We'll find out. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
For 15 years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for Restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crosley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. Press the blood, it is my victory.
How can heat also be cool? When it comes from targeted induction technology, which uses electromagnetic waves to quick heat your pan, boiling up to 40% faster, while the surface around it stays perfectly cool to the touch. It's faster, hotter, and, well, cooler.
Hi, Bob Seabaugh at Seabaugh Furniture and Appliance. Come and see this and other great features and benefits that will amaze you. Now on sale at Seabaugh Furniture and Appliance in downtown Fredericktown.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Could Wayne County finally have 911 service? 144th District State Representative Paul Fitzwater has discussed potential legislation that could make 911 service a reality.
You know, there are 14 counties in the state of Missouri that do not have a 911 service. These are very poor counties. If they had money, they'd already have it. But we're trying to find ways here to work on, to be able to finance. And there's a bill coming. I sat down with them. They explained to me how it's going to work, and it looks doable. Fitzwater says the new program would be designed to specifically help counties like Wayne. They can't afford a 911 service down there, but with this new program that they are trying to implement here at the state, I think they would be able to. So I'm excited about that. Fitzwater says he also spoke to AT&T officials last week about adding more cell towers in the district to improve cell phone service. Well, a tradition more than 2 centuries old continues this Saturday in St. Genevieve. Spokesperson Ellie Douglas tells 18 Eyewitness News the King's Ball dates back to the 18th century when French settlers looked forward to Epiphany when the King's Ball closed the Christmas season.
It's an old traditional activity. It's been going on in this community for about 250 years. We try to keep it the same so that the tradition lives on.
Ellie says folks are encouraged to wear French colonial costumes, but it's not mandatory. She says it's an event that everyone enjoys.
We try to do traditional dances like round dances, square dances, contra dances, schottisches, waltzes. And those never get old. People seem to like it, and even our young kids, our teenagers, and our grade school kids can't seem to get enough of it.
The King's Ball starts Saturday night at 7 in the St. Genevieve VFW Hall. The 8th annual Mason-Dixon Chili Society 2013 Cook-Off is set for February 23rd. Spokesperson Sandy Wood tells 18 Eyewitness News that the event is open to organizations and individuals.
And they will cook what they consider to be their best chili because everybody thinks that they're the best at chili making. And so the last few years we've had approximately 30 teams. We have room for a little bit more, not a whole lot more than that.
Sandy says all of the proceeds from the event go to the United Gospel Rescue Mission. She says the teams start cooking in the morning and the doors open to the public at 11.
It's free to the public. They don't have to pay to get in, and they can sample as many chilies as they want, or every chili if they prefer.
The chili cook-off is set for Saturday, February 23rd at the Black River Coliseum. Contact Sandy to enter a team. You'll find her information by clicking this story at our website, kdkz18.com.
The roller coaster weather is going to continue throughout southeast Missouri for the next week. And we also have some thunderstorms on the way. We'll have all the details coming up later when we come back.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
With extended hours, let the UPS store pack and ship your gifts.
Hi, I'm Steve from the UPS store in Farmington, Missouri. Me and my staff would like to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. Looking at weather headlines for southeast Missouri, we're going to see that roller coaster weather continue for the next several days. Thunderstorms are possible on Tuesday. Some of those could be on the severe side. Colder air moves in on Wednesday. It looks like Wednesday will see rain, but may end in some flurries or light snowfall. Currently here in southeast Missouri, temperatures are in the 60s. It's warm and humid out there. 61 right now in Cape Girardeau, Fredericktown 62, 63 in St. Genevieve and Festus, 65 in Potosi, and 66 right now in Ironton. Currently here at the studio, we have cloudy skies and 62 degrees. Some areas are seeing some thunderstorms right now. Feels like 62 out there. Current dew point 57, 83% humidity in the south wind at 14 miles per hour. We're going to see rainfall continue throughout southeast Missouri. That's going to scoot our way throughout the day tomorrow. Some of those storms could be on the severe side. So for tonight, we'll see a cloudy sky with the showers and thunderstorms likely. Temperatures in the 60s for most areas, upper 50s in other areas like in Festus and Potosi. Further south, you go a little bit warmer like in Ironton, 57 in Piedmont and Poplar Bluff. Then for tomorrow, we'll see those showers and thunderstorms continue. Some of those could be on the severe side. We'll keep you updated. 69 degrees for your daytime high, and the next several days are looking like this throughout southeast Missouri. We'll see light rainfall on Wednesday, high of 42. Some of that could change over to some light snow or flurries Wednesday night into Thursday as temperatures drop into the 20s. Thursday, we'll see highs in the mid-30s, low 30s for Friday, but by the weekend, we're near 50, and then some showers are in the area again on Monday. Now look at our weekend forecast, 48 both Saturday and Sunday with partly to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures dropping off to near 30 for the overnight lows. That is check out your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details are located at KDKZ18.com. Just click on the weather tab. We'll be right back.
Today's 2-minute tour of Missouri starts in Jefferson City, where Governor Nixon is looking for a new president for the Missouri State Board of Education. The Reverend Stan Archie submitted his resignation Friday following accusations of sexual misconduct while a pastor at a Kansas City church. Archie has denied the allegations but is leaving due to the distraction caused by the recent lawsuit. He's been on the board since 2006 when he was appointed by then Governor Matt Blunt. Missouri Attorney General Chris Koster says his Medicaid fraud unit collected more than $50 million last year. Koster said the unit took action against 49 Medicare health care providers in 2012, including 21 criminal and 29 civil cases. The amount recovered was up considerably from the $20 million collected in 2011. Missouri Secretary of State Jason Kander will give the public a chance to review potential ballot initiatives before the petition gathering begins. Initiatives now will be posted online with a 5-day comment period before his office drafts a summary. Kander wants the ballot initiative summaries to be fair and easy to understand. Poet Biorefining will suspend operations at its Macon ethanol plant at the end of this week because of the drought, which has left it unable to source enough local corn. The 44 employees will continue to be paid for regular hours, but there's no currently set timeline for resuming production. The Macon plant began operations back in 2000. And a Central Missouri woman was sentenced to 5 years in prison after her infant son died while she was using methamphetamine. 30-year-old Megan Ayers admitted that she had used methamphetamine and didn't check on her son for 12 hours before he died in his playpen in June of 2012. Prosecutors say murder charges weren't filed because the exact cause of the boy's death could not be determined. And that's your 2-minute tour of Missouri for today. Coming up next in today's Your Life segment on 18 Eyewitness News, sometimes the greatest gift a family could have comes from very far away. Dr. Bill Meyer explains in today's Focus on the Family.
I'm Stacy Johnson. On Valentine's Day, it's flowers, flowers everywhere. But you know what you got to do? Nip the high prices in the bud. Tips ahead on Money Talks News.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy.
If you or a loved one has been implanted with a pelvic mesh, commonly called a bladder sling, you may be entitled to a significant cash award. Many women implanted with this device have suffered discomfort, excruciating pain, and even incontinence. The FDA has even warned that pelvic meshes may cause serious injuries, including pain, scarring, infection, incontinence, and discomfort. If you or a loved one has been implanted with a pelvic mesh,
call the Rely On Group at 800-796-6986.
More and more parents looking to adopt a child have options from across the world. In today's Focus on the Family, Dr. Bill Meyer introduces us to a family who made room in their home for a little one from far away.
And my China mom had to give me away.
Yes, she did. It was very sad.
Daughters aren't always appreciated in China, where the government rule is one child per family. So Renee and Jamie traveled to the other side of the world to bring Gracie into their family.
We took all our 3 teenagers with us, and I think it connected them to her in a way that they couldn't have gotten if we came back with her by ourselves.
Foreign adoption is growing in popularity as couples look beyond our borders to expand their own families. But having kids who look different than the rest of the family brings a few challenges.
Just getting her with other families who look like ours and see all the other adopted families and kids like her who are adopted as well, and there's hundreds of them.
Anything that can be an affirmation to them of who they are. Just as a family, we recognize your cultural origin, and we want to affirm that.
Providing cultural ties to the homeland is important. Renee and Jamie say Gracie will be learning at least some of her native language. It's also a good idea to inform extended family ahead of time that you're adopting a foreign child. Unfortunately, some relatives might not be supportive.
I would have a few words for someone who would say, I could never love an adopted child like my own child. We all need to be changed to know and to recognize and to learn that, a child needs a home.
Jamie's own father was very supportive.
As we told him, he stood up and shook Jamie's hand. And I was like, wow, it was like he was honoring his son for doing that. It was very special.
Renee and Jamie say it's hard to describe the joy Gracie has brought to their lives.
Until you bring someone in and have an opportunity for love to blossom in your heart for someone that you've had no tie with from the other side of the planet, to realize the power of adoption and love.
Other than additional travel expenses, foreign adoption costs can be similar to those for domestic adoption. Jamie and Renee figured out a creative way to pay for it.
We did a home improvement loan for our adoption, and she's improved our home a great deal.
For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
You want to show?
For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, visit our website, kdkz18.com, and click on the Focus on the Family link. Flowers can be a very pricey gift, but if you're careful, you won't end up overspending. Money expert Stacy Johnson has some ideas on how to get the most bloom for your buck.
Flowers, one of the most popular and time-honored Valentine's Day gifts. But choosing a bouquet at the right price is more than just a labor of love. When buying flowers, you're going to find there are 3 basic places to go: A florist, a supermarket, or maybe a big box warehouse store like Costco or Sam's Club. Each has their pros and cons. First, warehouse stores. The best possible deal. Look, here's 2 dozen roses for only $16.99. But here's what you need to find out. Have these flowers been refrigerated from the grower all the way to this display? If they haven't been, they may not last as long. Next up the price scale, your friendly grocery store. Roses here are more expensive than they were at the warehouse store. This is $15 for a dozen. Still not a bad deal though. And these flowers, which have been refrigerated, nice cut arrangement here, that's only 10 bucks. Not bad. Then there are flower shops, both online and off. Online florists are obviously easier, but these flowers may be shipped by unrefrigerated trucks, shortening their life. So you gotta ask. And beware the fees. Many of these sites pile them on. For the highest quality, unfortunately often at the highest price, you can visit a local florist and pick out a bouquet in person. Inspect every flower, get advice on care, and don't be afraid to try a little negotiating. Oh, and one final tip, where not to get flowers. Don't wait till the last minute and buy them from some guy standing on the side of the road. Those are often the most inferior flowers that haven't been refrigerated and probably won't last very long. Want more information on flowers? It's waiting for you right here at moneytalksnews.com. Just do a search for flowers. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
And as Stacy said, he's got a lot of information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, KDKZ18.com. Click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu.
And coming up in sports, Cardinals Nation says goodbye to one of the greatest on Saturday. It looks like the Rams have picked their new linebacker coach. And Mizzou crushes Vanderbilt this past weekend. It's all coming up here in Sports Zone.
Tips to make you money delivered daily. The totally free Money Talks newsletter. Sign up now and get my money makeover video, a $50 value, as my gift. MoneyTalksNews.com.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1. This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
An estimated 1,300 people filled the St. Louis Cathedral Basilica on Saturday morning for Stan Musial's funeral mass. They stood and joined in a somber version of Amazing Grace while Musial's casket was rolled down the aisle. After the mass, the procession moved to Busch Stadium, where each family member placed a single red rose at the Musial statue. Then, the ceremony was bookended when the crowd broke into a spontaneous rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Well, it looks like Frank Bush, the former Tennessee Titans linebackers coach, is in line for the same position with the St. Louis Rams. Bush has a history with head coach Jeff Fisher. He was a defensive assistant when Fisher was defensive coordinator for the old Houston Oilers. It also appears that former Rams defensive coordinator Greg Williams, who was suspended this past season for his role in the Saints' Bountygate scandal, will become Tennessee's new defensive coordinator. And in a weekend of upsets in college basketball, 22nd ranked Mizzou crushed Vanderbilt a final of 81-59. Jabari Brown led 4 Tigers in double figures with 21 points each, and Alex Oriaki tied his career high of 18 points for a second straight game to go along with his 12 rebounds for his 7th double-double of the season. Mizzou is off until Wednesday when they travel to Baton Rouge and play LSU. That's a day in sports. Fred and Dustin, guys, it's back to you.
Thanks a lot, Aaron. Looking at your forecast for the rest of this evening, we're going to see off and on thunderstorms the rest of this evening into tomorrow. Some of those storms could be on the severe side. 61 degrees at 7 p.m. as well as at 9 and midnight. That temperature is just going to be steady all night long. That does it for 18 Eyewitness News tonight at 6. Newswatch is next, and don't forget to check out our website, KDKZ18.com. We'll be back tonight at 10 for the latest news, weather, and sports right here on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com. Coming up tonight on KDKZ Channel 18.